Okay? Now, what we have to also look at is that the first king of Greece was Alexander. The first king of United Greece was Alexander, who ruled in 332 BC. I think it was around 333 BC. They came into Egypt around 322 BC. Okay? So if you're only placing a king in Greece at 332 BC and Akhenaten and Nefertiti ruled around 1500 BC, the question becomes, how can you place a white woman on a throne in Africa before you can historically place one on a throne in Europe? They don't even have a nation in Europe at the time of Akhenaten and Nefertiti. So how the hell is you placing a white woman on a throne in Africa before you can historically place one on a throne in Europe? You need to bring that up. You need to bring that up. Okay? So right here we're looking at the hair of our sisters. And you can see right now today that they're still wearing many of the braids, the micro braids, all the type of braids that the weave that the sisters are wearing today. This right here is almost Nefertari to the left. And you see one of our sisters today rocking the same type of hairstyle. You can see also on the walls of Egypt where they were braiding the hair in the exact same way that they're braiding the sister's hair today. And you can see to the right where they got that hairpin in the sister hair, and then you can look right to the left and see the hairpin on the ancient carving. You can see the hairpin also in the hair of our sisters. Oh, we getting busy today. I hope the young sisters is out there seeing that. Okay? So you're looking at one of the most beautiful women that ever lived, Queen Empress T. And you can see right now today, present day Nubian queen that's wearing the same micro braids, the same weave, the same type of hairstyles of today were worn by African women in ancient Egypt. Let me keep it moving. You can see right here, now this is very key, that the Africans had picks. You ever seen a white man pick his hair? You ever seen a white man pick his hair? Okay, we're looking at the culture of the ancient Egyptians, that they also, and we still got picks right now today with the black fist and all type of, carvings on the top. And what's clear, I want you to look at his afro. And what they use to symbolize the curl was a circle. Okay, I want y'all to look at that and remember that, because it's going to come back up. Okay? You see right here, you see that you can't tell the difference from the ancient sisters and the modern sisters wearing the same type of hairstyles. This is cultural DNA to prove that Egyptian women were African women. There's no if, not an and, no a goddamn but about it, that these white people are racistly still trying to steal our history. But thank the ancestors for great teachers such as Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Walter Williams, J.A. Rogers, Ivan Van Sertima, Drusilla Dungy Houston, all these great scholars that came to teach our people that ancient Egypt is a black civilization. And let me come out, okay? We're looking at some of the traditions of African women that still carry on today. You see how they carry a lot of things on their head. And some of them, it look like they got 100 pounds worth of stuff. Some of them put tables, all type of stuff that they balance on their head. And so you see the traditions of ancient Egypt are still being practiced by African sisters today. This is cultural DNA. So we have genetic DNA. We have cultural DNA. We breaking it down. We breaking it down. You see again, the ancient sisterhood of Africa. Okay? is still being carried on today by our sister. That sister got a baby on her back and probably at least 50 pounds of rice on her head. Got 50 pounds of rice on her head. Ain't even got her hands up there. That's Sister Cole. That's Sister the coldest. Flat out. You're looking at one of the most beautiful queen goddesses. She was also a goddess because all of these African empresses were also goddesses. Not like when we just say it for the sake of saying it. You are a goddess still, sister. You're a true living goddess. And so Queen Empress T was worshipped as a deity by the Nubians. That must be clear. So she was truly a goddess. She was truly a goddess being worshipped by the Nubians. And you see today, our sisters with the afros, with the woolly hair, with the beautiful melanated skin, I love it. Big, beautiful African, and even all sisters' lips are not thick. That must be clear because we have sisters that have thin lips too. You have Africans that have broad noses. You have Africans that have thinner noses. They just not fragile looking like the European nose. They still strong looking noses. They not thin and fragile noses like the European. So African features come in all shapes and sizes, but those that are distinctively unable to be obtained by other people, such as the woolly hair and even the thick lip. Every blue moon, because the European then got a couple drops of African blood in them, so every now and then they can produce a child with a thick lip, okay, because the African blood. But what they cannot obtain is that dark, rich melanin and that coily hair. Those two attributes they cannot obtain, okay? Now we about to get busy, family. We about to get busy today because I'm breaking it down. We talking about science now. So we talking about master artists and master sculptors. If that master artist or master sculptor is looking directly at the person, they can almost create an exact likeness. So how do these European people feel they could create a better likeness of King Tut than the actual artists and the actual sculptors that were looking directly at King Tut? Do you see this artist right here? Do you see that? So how could the master sculptors of ancient Egypt be wrong when they was looking directly at King Tut when they sculpted his statue? I'm going to keep it moving. Look at this brother carving that sister. Look just like her. It's hard to be the artist. The only thing that, and I'm going to show you some that's even colder, that's using this hyper-stylistic creation that they got out today that looks so damn real, it's ridiculous. So the ancient artisans were looking directly at Tut when they created these statues and images. So how do these racist Europeans think that they can make a better when they guessing? This man is not guessing. He's looking directly at the sister when he creates the portrait, when he makes the drawing, and he's making an almost exact likeness of her. Now, why would he paint her white? Now, if he was gonna color it in, he's gonna color it in the same color of the sister he's looking at. Why would he paint her green? Why would he paint her pink? Why would he paint her any color other than the color in which she looked like? See, that's ridiculous and it's racist at its core. Let me keep it moving. There's no way that you can produce a better representation of a person than a skilled artisan looking directly at that person. Well, I put General Seti right over, but you can still see that he's doing a pretty good job of recreating that white woman. Okay, he's doing a pretty good job. Look at him. See, he's not that far off. The one thing that will probably be more accurate is a photo. That's the only thing that probably would be more accurate. And if you look down in between him and the woman he's drawing, he's got a picture of himself. And he even put the redness of his face into the image to show that he's trying to be as exact as possible. So anytime you get a master artist or a master sculptor looking directly at the person, there's no way you're going to be more accurate than that. Do you see what I'm saying? So this artist is looking, and he's got a very pretty good representation of the young boy he's looking at, who he's drawing. That's almost exact to what he's looking at. Again, just showing you a master artist or a master sculptor. You're not going to get better than somebody drawing or sculpting a person when they're looking directly at the person. Okay? Look at this sad European. Look how sad he look. Damn, he look like he ready to slit his wrists. You understand? He look like he on his way out. It looked like he didn't get that. He didn't get that sniff of cocaine today that he normally get. He missing that. He missing that. You know, he missing that work. He need that work. Okay, look at the age. Look at the age. You see? She's looking. He's drawn almost an exact representation. A true artist will try to be as exact to every detail of a person being drawn as possible. Now look at this brother from Nigeria. Okay, this is called hyperrealistic drawings. Now this is himself. This is a new, more modern way of drawing, and it's certain pencils that they use to make this creation. And it's called hyperrealistic. It almost looks like a photo almost. But it's not a photo, it's a drawing. Man, they done got cold with it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep moving. So just to show you what was I trying to prove with that you cannot beat an artist or a sculptor looking directly at the person, and that those statues and those carvings of Tut, of Nefertiti that come out of ancient Egypt are the most realistic, exact representations of what those Africans look like. You cannot beat the original statues and the original carvings because those artists and those sculptors were looking directly